Hi guys, thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good morning, good afternoon, or evening, wherever you are and whenever you watch this. I really appreciate it. I'm going to talk a little bit about makeup here in a second, but before I do that, I just want to give a shout out to one of my viewers from my last video. She gave me a suggestion. I'm going to call your name out. I hope it's okay. I realize that people can see the comments below and the name associated, but to me it's a little more personal if I would call somebody's name out on a video, so I hope you're okay with it, and if not, please let me know, and I apologize ahead of time if it's not something you want. But if you're watching Gina, I did purchase the Nip Fab glycolic face scrub that you mentioned, and I can't wait to try it. And thank you again for the suggestion, and keep them coming. I love your comments and I love your suggestions. Like I said last time, I am not an expert. I learned from you guys too, so please let me know. Keep sharing. I want to hear what you like and what you don't, and your opinions. And just like this video, I want to hear your opinions on makeup. What do you think about makeup? Do you wear a lot of makeup? Do you wear no makeup at all? Has your makeup changed, since you've started maybe in your 20s or earlier, and now if you're older, has your makeup changed in the way you apply it? Let me know, because that's kind of what I'm going to talk about here in a second. I'm not going to go into product specific because I'm going to do that in other videos, and I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm going to just give you just a little bit of my views and my opinions, especially now that I'm in my 50s, and let you know what I think about certain things. So what is my take on makeup? I love makeup. I really do. I think it brings out the creative side in me. I think it's fun, and I like to experiment. At the end of the day, it's just makeup, and you can't really make a mistake. You just wash it off. It should be fun. It shouldn't be a drudgery. It shouldn't be a chore. Just like that's how I feel about skincare. You just buy the best of skincare that you can and use it consistently. And I say that too with makeup. First of all, I don't follow a lot of makeup trends. So what does that mean? Well, I don't buy a lot of makeup. And what I mean by that is I don't buy the latest and greatest palettes that are out there. Because I tend to go with the same type of makeup, and maybe that's a bad thing, I don't know, but I don't really vary it too much. If I really change anything, it would be lipstick, and I buy lipstick like nobody's business. I mean, I've got my makeup thing sitting right here, and it's full of it's full of lipstick. So I love a lipstick. I think you can really change up your look, depending on what you're wearing and what color you're going for, and so that's what I buy a lot of. I am mascara too, and that's a whole nother issue, and I don't want to get into that, but I do buy a lot of mascaras. So first and foremost, again, I do not buy the latest and greatest, because I tend to stick to certain types of makeup that I like. And the type of makeup look that I go for and that I personally like, and especially now that I'm in my 50s, I think for me it's even more important. I want my makeup to look fresh. I want it to look healthy, and I want it to look dewy and glowing. Now, it's debatable whether or not I achieve that or not, but that's what I hope that I am achieving. And the best way to do that, first and foremost, is start out with getting your skin to be in the best possible shape it can be. I'm going to say this all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but I am going to go back to that. If you can get your skin to be in the best possible shape, you can really get away with, if you don't, not wearing a lot of makeup, or if you do want to wear a lot of makeup, the application will be so much easier, because then your skin will be in really good shape, and it'll dictate how your makeup looks. So I think that's so important. So again, I'm going to just say, if you don't know your skin, don't get discouraged. Go to an esthetician, go to a dermatologist, get to people that know skin and can analyze your skin and tell you what to look for, what to use and what not to use. So that's to me is always, I'm gonna always harken back to that because I think that's so important, because I personally like my skin to show through my makeup. So that's number one. Number two, before I even let a stitch of makeup touch my face, I moisturize like crazy. I'll use serums and moisturizers. Again, I'm not going to get into product specific, but I make sure my skin is well moisturized and I let it sink in. And it depends on what kind of time I have, but I like to let it at least sink in at least 5 minutes before I put on makeup. So that's the other thing that I look for. Another thing that I like when applying makeup, well, it's a must for me, and I did a video on this a couple weeks ago, and I think I'll link it below. Hopefully I'll figure it out. I'm sure it can't be that difficult to link a video below, but who knows. Anyhow, I want my makeup to be applied in the best possible light, and the best possible light for me is natural lighting. I mean, again, I'm sitting here in front of my love seat. I have this huge window and I've got this beautiful natural light coming through. To me, it's my favorite place to put on makeup. I would never put on makeup in my bathroom because no matter what type of bulbs I put in there, the makeup, if I put it on in there or put it on out here, it's totally different. When I walk outside, I want my makeup to look like it does, like I think it does when I'm applying it, meaning the natural light. I want to see what the colors are going to look like. I want to see how I'm blending it, where it needs to be more blending, and so on and so forth. So when I step outside and I'm in the car and I'm not looking in the mirror and like whoa, what the heck did I do there? So to me, that's so important, guys. If you don't have a good mirror, get one. Really, you know, I did the video on the mirror. I use natural light 95% of the time, but if I don't have natural light, I have this mirror that I bought. It's under $40. You don't need to spend a lot of money for a mirror. Just make sure that you have great light for your makeup. Again, I prefer natural light. I can't always have natural light for whatever reason, so I make sure I have a good mirror with good light. So that's the other thing. And because I like my skin to look fresh and glowy and dewy and healthy, one of the things that I look for in makeup, or I should say what I don't look for in makeup, is I do not like matte makeup at all. I may pick up a couple matte eyeshadows, but for the most part, I have tried matte blushes, I've tried matte bronzers, I have tried matte lipsticks. I can't stand a matte lipstick. Maybe I'm buying the wrong kind. Maybe I'm applying it on wrong. I just don't like it. I never have, and I don't think I ever will. Now, that's not to say that I want shimmery glitter. What I look for in makeup is satin or even more of a pearl essence. For example, when I apply my blush, I don't want a flat matte blush. I think it does nothing for me. I want a blush that has a little bit of a satin to it, so to speak, because not only will that I think give me a healthy look to my cheeks, but it also doubles as a highlighter. So therefore, I'm not going to need a separate highlighter. I like the satin and the pearl looks to my skin because I just think it looks, again, fresh and healthy. So I am not a matte person at all. I do have a couple matte eyeshadows. I use them mainly kind of as a base, but other than that, I'm not a matte person in any sense of the word. So I stick, as far as colors, I stick to bronzy colors. I always wear a bronzer. It doesn't matter what day or what time of the year it is. I love to warm my skin up. On my eyes, I usually wear, probably a lot of people would think is boring, golds and maybe I do a peach and taupes and bronzes and creams and coppers. So I like a more warm look to my eye. I'm not one to really go into the blues and the pinks and the purples and the mauves. For me, I think it looks like I just got punched in the eye. Maybe it's the application of how I'm doing it, could be, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan. And I vary my lipstick colors. To me, I think that's again, it's the biggest way to change your makeup look. I vary what it depends on what I'm wearing, what color, and I usually go for a glossy lip because like I said, I don't like matte lipsticks. I prefer gloss, but the big problem with gloss, as we all know, is it just doesn't last. It just doesn't, and I'm okay with that. I just realize that, and I just adjust accordingly, which means I'm reapplying. Now, I do like satin and cream lipsticks too, but for the most part, I do like a gloss. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a couple more videos. I'm going to do product specific, like I said, and it'll be interspersed with probably more skincare. I just love my skincare, guys. I bought some new stuff and I'm trying, and I like to give it about a month before I can make a decision. So I'm going to do some more skincare as well, but I'm going to start doing a little more makeup. And I think one of the first things I'm going to start out with as far as makeup products that I use is tinted moisturizers. I said in my last video, I'm not a foundation wearer. I don't like it. I think I wore it twice in my life. I couldn't stand the way it felt on my skin. I'm sure that's changed in years. I'm sure they're fantastic now, and they're probably a lot like tinted moisturizers, but I'm not a foundation fan. I do love my tinted moisturizers. I'm going to share some with you that I like and have been using. And to be honest with you, to wrap this all up, I really, as much as I do like makeup, I love not to wear makeup. And one of the reasons why is because I love for my skin to breathe. Perfect examples right now, I have pretty much a full face. This is kind of an I even hate to say everyday face because I don't wear makeup every day. I just don't. Like I said, I like my skin to breathe, and I think it's like almost 100 degrees here today. I am going to attempt to get on my bike. But before I even do that, I'm taking this makeup off. I am not, first of all, I got to put on a really good sunscreen, but I am not, I'm going to be sweating like crazy anyhow, and it ain't going to be pretty. So I certainly don't want my makeup sweating off with me. And I just when I'm working out, I can't stand to be wearing makeup because there's no way it's going to last, and it doesn't, and I would just rather not wear it. So when I'm working out, I don't really wear makeup, and I really, if I can go without makeup, I really do. I really love my skin to be, like I said, I love it to breathe. I like to just give it just a good, put good skincare on it, and just go without. So that's really kind of just a high overview, I guess, of my opinion on makeup, how I view it, and like I said in my last video, I think that there are some phenomenal makeup artists on YouTube. They completely change people's faces. I really appreciate it. I do. I get it because it is artistic. It's an expression of somebody, just like how I view makeup. I'm not a crafty kind of person. I don't knit. I'm not a big sewer. I don't do any crocheting or anything like that. So my expression of my artistic expression, so to speak, is my makeup and maybe interior things here where I live. But so I totally get the YouTube videos and the makeup, and I think that people do some phenomenal job, and I really admire people that are creative and are like the top of the food chain, so to speak, of makeup artists. So I watch them and I appreciate it, I really do, but I pretty much keep my makeup to what you see now, and this is probably as heavy as it gets with eyes and lip and everything, and I think that's it for today. I thank you again for watching. Like I said, I'm going to start doing some makeup videos, and let me know what you feel about makeup. Are you aware of makeup? Do you have to wear makeup all the time? I know, just on a real quick side note, I have a friend, and I don't know how we got on the subject. She had she was really sick. I think she had bronchitis or something. And I don't know I don't know how we got on the subject of makeup. But we were talking about it, and she said to me, I wear makeup every day. And I said, because we were just talking about her being sick, and I said, well, what if you're sick? And she goes, oh, I'm putting on makeup. And I said, are you serious? And she says, yes. And I said, well, how do you do that? And she just says, I just get up out of bed and I put on my makeup. And I got to tell you something. If I'm sick, especially if I'm cold or flu, I can barely lift my head up off the pillow, let alone go put on makeup. It ain't pretty how I look. I ain't going to try and change it. I'm sure she's doing it because she feels bad enough as it is. And if she can get some makeup on, she'll probably make her feel better. And I totally get it. But boy, that is not me. I'm on like I said, it's not pretty. I'm in bed. I ain't got no makeup on. Ain't nothing gonna help it anyhow. So I just think that's dedication. And if you're like that, man, God bless you and more power to you. That is some dedication. I know when I'm sick, no. I just So if that's what you do, let me know. I'm interested to hear it. I really am. And let me know your thoughts on makeup. And if you follow makeup trends. If you buy a lot of, makeup palettes, I know that's the popular thing now. So that's it, guys. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. I will be doing like I said, doing more videos here on makeup. And again, I appreciate your comments and suggestions. And thank you for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I see this video went a little longer than I wanted. I apologize. Thank you for sticking with me. Bye, guys. Appreciate it.